Well, Madam President, I sure appreciate the Senator for Texas speaking up and the wise words he's sharing, and it reminds me of an old saying that a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, that funding Israel today is worth two of these other issues that seemingly just never can come together as we try to solve this. Now, as I said earlier, this is now my third time to the floor to try to pass with unanimous consent the House passed standalone aid package to Israel that would provide our ally with $14 billion in military assistance. Now, my colleagues on the other side of the aisle have stood on the Senate floor and debated with us and lectured us on why this bipartisan House-passed legislation that maintains the exact spending levels requested by President Biden is somehow unreasonable. But I'd like to share with you what I think is unreasonable. I think it's the Democrats' unwillingness to help our ally and separate this package to get it to the President's desk today. Unreasonable is my colleagues across the aisle using the crisis in Israel to secure more money for Ukraine. But what's unfathomable is what this body just admitted, that we are nowhere closer to getting this aid package passed than we were on October the 7th when the war broke out. And in case nobody's paying attention, tomorrow will be 2 months to the day that Hamas brutally and savagely attacked the people of Israel. I think we need to be honest with the American people. Negotiations aren't just stalled, they never started. Meaningful negotiations never started. We have a better chance of finding an ocean in Kansas than this $106 billion package seeing the light of day. Today, every single Republican sent a unanimous message to the Democrat leadership and 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. We will not be bullied into voting on massive spending packages that use Israel as leverage to fund Democrat priorities, and we will not vote for any legislation that secures foreign nations' borders but not our own. So here we are once again offering an olive branch to separate this package out and address each of these issues one at a time. The House made this easy for us. They passed a bipartisan bill that would grant aid to Israel and allow us to break this logjam and focus on the more pressing matter to our national security: the border. The border, the border, the border. Now, the Democrats showed their hands 2 weeks ago when they voted unanimously against our bipartisan standalone Israel aid bill that would have fast-tracked this package straight to the President's desk before Thanksgiving. But sadly, this city loves to make the perfect the enemy of the good. The sensible thing for this body to do now is pass this bipartisan standalone aid bill for Israel. This legislation passed the House over a month ago and could be delivered to President Biden's desk tonight. We should pass aid to Israel and then continue debating our potential broader package. Now, I've never heard of an American asking for more IRS agents. And if you're concerned about the pay-fors we presented, then I've said time and time again, show us another pay-for. It's time to end the political talking points that we've heard on this floor. And please, don't insult our intelligence. Don't insult the intelligence of Americans with the fake border security that's in this bigger, broader package that will only accelerate asylum, leading to more people crossing our border illegally. And if you plan to object to this standalone bill's passage on the grounds that military aid to Israel should include conditions, I want to note for the record that senior officials from the White House have said they're not pursuing such conditions. So indeed, let's come together. Let's all come to the table. We tried it your way, and it failed. This is a huge opportunity to secure a bipartisan win and get to work on the most immediate threat to our national security: our wide-open southern border. Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the Senate proceed to the immediate consideration of H.R. 6126, which was received from the House. I further ask that the bill be considered read a third time and passed, and that the motion to be reconsidered be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there objection?
Mr. President.